We've all been there. That single, thoughtless action, that tiny moment of convenience. But what happens when that little choice, that one small decision, gets multiplied by thousands of people? Well, it could bring a city to its knees. Today, we're going to dig into the real cost of convenience. And it all starts with one single, tiny packet.
It always begins with a simple thought, doesn't it? You finish a snack, you see a storm drain, and your brain just whispers, it's just one little packet. Let's just throw it here. And poof, in a second, it's gone. But where does it actually go? So let's zoom in and meet our main character for this story, Rahul. He's just a regular office worker in the city of Surat. And like a lot of us, his day is busy. He's got his commute, snacks on the move, and a little habit he thinks of as quick disposal. For Rahul, convenience is everything.
What's really interesting is what's going on in his head. For Rahul, that drain is kind of like a magic trick, It's meant for water, so it'll just wash everything away. Once that plastic wrapper is down there, it's vanished. Out of sight, out of mind, problem solved. Or so he thinks.
Yeah, because out of sight is definitely not gone. While Rahul's just going about his day, not giving it a second thought, something is starting to happen right under the street, completely hidden. A slow, silent problem is building up.
So here's how it all goes down. It starts with Rahul's one little wrapper, but it's not alone for long. Pretty soon, someone else's plastic bottle gets snagged on it. Then a plastic bag joins the party. Before you know it, plastic from dozens of people, all thinking the exact same thing, starts to catch and tangle. They weave together, forming this dense, nasty knot that slowly, silently begins to choke the life out of that drain.
And for a long, long time, nobody even notices this hidden blockage. Life just carries on as usual. But, every hidden problem has a way of showing up. And it usually picks the worst possible time to do it.
In that moment, it arrives in the form of a heavy monsoon rain. The city is getting absolutely drenched, and the entire drainage system is about to be put to the ultimate test. But that test, it fails, spectacularly. With the drain completely choked by all that plastic, the water has absolutely nowhere to go. It hits a solid wall and just reverses. Filthy, disgusting water erupts from the drain, spilling all over the very streets it was supposed to keep clean. The whole neighborhood is flooded.
And just like that, everyone notices. That private, hidden little habit has exploded into a very public, very messy crisis that affects the whole community. People are shouting, complaining, the drain is blocked. So the sanitation workers are called in to fix this mess. They get to work, prying open the drain cover, ready to find out what's causing all this chaos. And believe me, what they find is, well, it's shocking. It's not just leaves or dirt. It's a disgusting, tangled monster made of plastic. Piles and piles of it. A huge knot of wrappers, bags, and bottles gets hauled out. The physical proof of thousands of tiny, convenient choices. And wouldn't you know it, at that exact moment, Rahul himself happens to be walking by. He just stops, completely stunned, because in that disgusting pile of garbage, he sees it, the familiar colors of his favorite snack wrappers, just like the one he'd tossed in there yesterday. And this is the light bulb moment. The realization just hits him. The flood wasn't caused by one piece of plastic. It was caused by one single habit, a habit shared by hundreds of people. His small, private little action was a part of this huge public disaster.
Seeing that mess changes everything for Rahul. He finally connects the dots between his easy choice and this big, messy consequence. And that single realization sparks a huge shift inside him, from thoughtless convenience to conscious, deliberate action.
So the very next day, he's faced with the exact same choice. He's got another empty wrapper in his hand. And you can bet that old habit is screaming at him, just use the drain, it's right there. But the memory of that flood, of that pile of plastic, it pushes him to walk a little farther to find a proper dustbin. It's a tiny inconvenience, but now he gets it. It's a choice that actually matters.
But the story doesn't stop with Rahul changing his ways. Because once you really see a problem like this, you can't unsee it. And now Rahul starts noticing his friends, and they're doing the exact same thing he used to do. So he does something that can be a little awkward, right? He speaks up. When he sees a friend about to toss a wrapper, he just has a simple chat with him. Hey man, don't throw plastic in the drain, it's what causes the blocks. He explains why, connecting that one wrapper to the flood they all just went through. He's not just changing his habit, he's sharing what he learned. And this is where the real magic happens, the ripple effect.
That one conversation sparks another one, the idea spreads through his friends, and then to their friends. It's not overnight, but slowly, surely, things start to change. Less and less plastic ends up in the drains, the system can finally breathe again, and the street, which was a flooded mess, gets back to normal. All because one person decided to share his realization.
So, Rahul's story really leaves us with a huge question. It proves that our little private habits are almost never just our own. A single action might feel totally insignificant, but a shared habit, multiplied by thousands, well, it has the power to create a crisis or to create a cure. It really makes you ask yourself, what small habit of mine is actually part of a much, much bigger picture?
एक कदम विकसित भारत की ओर